We don't have cable, and
we don't have cable.
We're not missing anything either. And I was able to actually save enough money to pay off a huge lump sum of my school debt. That's a $7 bag of coffee versus $2 and up or $3 and up daily for a coffee.
Right, and again, this might seem like common knowledge, but you don't always think about this.
Hey everyone, welcome back or welcome to our channel. I'm Quiana.
And I'm Mark.
And we are
the Gallahers.
We also want to say to our new subscribers, thank you so much for joining us and subscribing to the channel. It means so much.
It means a whole lot.
Yeah, like we've been watching a few of you like trickle in. Thank you, and we hope that you're enjoying the content.
Yes, and today's topic is ways to save money, how to avoid unnecessary debt, and just general ways to manage your finances. Now, we're not financial advisors, but these are some things that we've learned over the past few years, some things we've been doing, and we pray that maybe you could benefit from them too. You know, we understand that people have different financial lifestyles. Sometimes you have to get into debt for certain reasons. Sometimes you have to spend more money for certain reasons. But if you can save some money and avoid extra debt, that's enough to make anybody happy.
A large part of this video is truly about our mindset towards money and money management and the importance of saving money, and especially in this financial and economic climate that the world is in, we truly believe that this video will help others as we are learning more about this area as well.
So talking about avoiding debt, let's talk about school. All right, so we're out of school now, but we actually took some alternative routes to get our schooling that we feel really did save us some money versus other options that people might choose. Now, again, we understand if for your major or for your degree, for your life plan, you may have to go to a university, you may have to stay in school for a long time, you may have to get into more debt. We totally respect that. For us, we knew that with our careers and what we wanted to do, we may not need that option. So we chose alternative routes. I chose county college. County college, I saved a lot of money doing it that way. I still got a good education. I still got enough education to do what I'm doing right now.
You got your degree.
I got my degree. Some people, I respect it. If you want to live on campus, you want to get the going to college experience. I knew that I didn't want that from the beginning because I just wanted to be done with school as soon as possible. And again, all respect to anybody who wants to be in school for a while, and you might need to do that. But going to county college for me saved a very good amount of money versus what I could have done. And it turns out that the field that I'm working in now doesn't even require such a high level degree. So for me, it really did work. You know, if you're going to school or trying to go back to school, you know, something to really think about. Think about your long-term goal. Think about if you need to get into the financial, to the student loan debt to such a far degree that it's hard to pay back.
Absolutely. And for me, I actually just started working like right away. So after high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do as far as college is concerned.
That's a very common thing.
Yeah, I didn't know what direction I wanted to go in. So I started working immediately, and it was such a blessing. I was able to save money and take my time to figure out what it is I wanted to do, because I didn't want to put money towards schooling without any direction. So it took a few years, but after a few years of working, I actually decided I wanted to go to trade school. And I went to trade school for broadcasting, and I was able to actually save enough money to pay off a huge lump sum of my school debt. It really worked out in my favor in the long run. So it's just something to consider. There's other routes to getting your education.
You can save money and avoid extra debt with school. Also by taking advantage of scholarships, grants, maybe even certain programs that the school offers. Sticking with debt, I had to get a car loan a few years back. I had to get a new vehicle. But it was a used vehicle. It was new to me. So thank God I did find a nice, decent car. I could afford the monthly payment. And I say that to say, think about getting a used vehicle. I know the new ones, 2024, whatever you want to do, it might seem very attractive. But before getting into that type of debt and knowing that you want to own that vehicle, think about some other options. You could do used, pre-owned, private sellers. It doesn't even have to be a car dealership. I do say that the car dealership might be more of a safer route for warranty purposes. But these are other options you can think about when it comes to making a large purchase like that, because that's a necessary debt. We need vehicles to get around.
And one thing I really respected about Mark was his mindset towards not carrying as much debt into our marriage. So it was a goal for him to actually try to pay that off before we even got married. So now we own our car, which is one less one less debt, one less stress.
Especially if you are trying to get married. That's a good point. Just think about what you can afford,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't have to be the most luxurious item, but it needs to be decent enough for you and reliable enough.
Even our wedding, like we made a whole video about how we were able to cut back on cost and expenses for our wedding day, and we will link that video to this one, either in the corner or in the description box below. We talk all about the ways we were able to save money and still have a wonderful, beautiful wedding without breaking the bank or having any debt.
So with housing, whether you're renting or you're looking to buy a property, buy your home, keep in mind, obviously, that it has to be something that you can afford. You know, we know people that are living paycheck to paycheck because they wanted a home or they wanted a luxurious apartment, but they don't have money left over to save. So what we did when it came to housing, we found a reasonable, not a very luxurious apartment, but for us, it meets the need. It's very comfortable. It's got enough space for us right now. It's just the two of us, and we can afford the monthly payment. We can afford the rent and have money left over to do fun things. When your housing costs so much that you can't afford to save anything or have any left over, then you might really want to consider, you know, going forward, what can I do? Do I really need what I thought I wanted? Or do I just need a little bit less?
Right.
Know?
Even compromising some of the luxuries. It was hard for me to do at first. Ladies, you might be able to understand where I'm coming from better. That, you know, I really had an expectation that we were going to go ahead and get the luxury apartment upon starting our marriage. But when we had the conversation about finances and actually being able to save and put away extra funds, I was willing to compromise the luxuries. We still have everything that we need, and we're able to afford it with ease.
And other forms of debt, you know, we talked about those, but even just your everyday credit card spending. Yeah, credit cards can be tempting if you don't have that self-control, so you have to really be careful. You know, we have credit cards, we use credit cards, but we use them now in a way that's different. Well, at least I use them now in a way that's different than what I was using before. You know, now we try to use it and try to pay it off pretty quickly. But before, I was charging things, and then I ended up having some credit card debt, and I realized, you know, I was buying things maybe I didn't have to buy, or maybe I could have waited until I saved the money for it. Just be careful.
Credit cards come in handy for growing your credit, building credit, so they're beneficial to have, but like he said, we truly prefer to only use our credit cards on purchases we know that we can pay off right away, and we do that so that we don't accrue interest, and which ultimately makes your bill even higher. So definitely be wise, be careful with how you're using your credit cards, build your credit, but use it wisely. So other areas that we found helpful for saving money would be cutting down on bills.
Yes, bills.
Yeah.
See, and I wasn't even thinking about that years ago. As you get older, you get wiser, right? But I was paying for things, paying bills that I wasn't even, either I didn't use the service or I didn't need the service. You know, do you need unlimited data, or do you only use 5 gigabytes per month? You know, you might be able to downgrade your plan and save a lot in monthly costs on your phone.
Right.
But you got things such as, television, cable.
Oh yeah,
you know,
yeah. We don't have cable. And
we don't have cable.
We're not missing anything either. We have basic TV, so we're still getting everything we need. We get the news. We watch more YouTube and Netflix than anything on television these days. So that's another area that we're able to cut back on cost.
We've cut down our auto insurance. We switched our car insurance and renter's insurance to other companies, and we saved money on each month by doing that. Health insurance and your dental insurance, you know, those things are able to be shopped for. You know, sometimes your job might offer that, and you might feel, yeah, I'll go through my job because it's convenient. Sometimes convenience is worth the extra cost, but if you do a little homework and see what's out there, you might be able to save some money with that too. And even all types of bills. I mean, even gym memberships. There was a point where I was paying for a gym membership and I wasn't going to the gym. So my mom even brought it to my attention, like, yeah, you're not really going. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I didn't even think about that. You're right. I should probably cancel this. You know, that was a decent savings.
Right. So ever so often we will visit our bills and we will just reassess and adjust what's needed, what's not needed, and find areas that we can cut back on costs, and it's great.
Yes, look at all your bills too, because you might be surprised where you can save. Other things with saving money, we try to sometimes do the store brands. versus
Oh
name
yeah.
brands. So we're talking about
With
grocery
no
shopping.
shame. With no shame.
No shame.
The store brand is usually comparable. Like if you look at the labels, they're usually almost the exact same.
With the
So,
ingredients.
yeah, the ingredients are almost exactly the same. So there are some areas in which I'm willing to buy the generic.
Look at the store brands and give them a try.
Because there are so many things that are just, with inflation, everything is going up, and the generic brands are always less expensive than the name brand, and most times you're not compromising that much. They're usually one and the same.
But see, staying on that topic though, with grocery shopping, if you were to at least cook some of your meals, make things that you like to buy out, make it at home, you can save a lot of money doing that. Now, it does require some extra effort and some time to do. But let's say you bought a bag of coffee from Walmart versus going to Dunkin' Donuts every day of the week. You might save a lot of money just making your coffee at home.
Oh yeah, that's a $7 bag of coffee versus $2 and up or $3 and up daily for a coffee.
Right, and again, this might seem like common knowledge, but you don't always think about this. You know, take some time, maybe check out YouTube. That's what we do. YouTube has been a blessing to us when it comes to cooking. You learn how to make your favorite meals, you buy the ingredients, and you can save a lot of money doing that.
In fact, that was one of the areas that we realized we spent the most money in, was eating out. Yeah,
eating out, probably, besides your necessary bills, of course.
Oh yeah.
Eating out, yeah.
Eating out was like, especially in our first year, we were like we were just enjoying our marriage so much. But now we bond in the kitchen and we do a lot of the cooking together, and it helps us save money.
Yeah, another thing that I wasn't taking full advantage of until maybe now was coupons, right? So we receive coupons in the mail every couple of weeks. Sometimes just throw those out. But when you start looking at it like, well, I do like this. Let me take this coupon, you know. Or even if it's something you don't like, you could get to like it when it's on sale.
Oh Lord.
So the coupons, try to look for coupons. There's coupon apps. If you like Chick-fil-A or you like certain restaurants, you could download their app and you can rack up points. So if you're going to spend the money, at least get the benefit of storing up points that you can use for discounts later.
Exactly. If you are eating out, at least you're saving in that area.
Let's not forget about the other places to save money, like thrift stores, flea markets. You know, if you're looking for clothes, you have consignment shops. If you're looking for just used goods, you have online marketplaces. You know, we've purchased a lot of nice things through these methods. Yard sales, garage sales. Now, furniture is a thing that people go in debt for sometimes. You know, and we were able to buy some nice furniture from thrift stores.
We checked out some yard sales. We were open to just checking out other options besides the stores. And of course, we bought some things new, but we were able to find things that were great quality and gently used and for a much better price than some of the stores. There's
all types of ways to save money. We will say this, sometimes you do need to spend because it's worth it, you know.
One of the key points to managing money well is creating a budget. Creating a budget is crucial. It is so imperative because it helps you keep track of your finances and you get to see where your money is being spent and how your money is being spent.
Yes, that is true. So there are different methods to budgeting and different methods to keeping a record of your finances. So some of you might be familiar with the apps on your phone. Some people might like the good old-fashioned pen and paper. And some people have things such as the envelope method. You may have heard that from, I believe Dave Ramsey may have spoken about that. Or
Excel, spreadsheets,
you know, that's another one. So there's so many ways to keep a record of what you're spending and how much you make. But that right there is one of the most important parts because you'll have no idea what's going on with the actual numbers of your money.
Every dollar should have a name, so you should know where your money is going. And we come together on a monthly basis to look at our finances. In fact, we actually are trying to do it more on a weekly basis, and we're able to assess all of our spending, and we use an app called the Mint app, and it really helps us organize our finances in a way that we can keep track of everything.
Yep. You might want to set up an emergency savings. And what I mean is a savings that is specifically a do not touch savings that's only for emergency spending. You could have a secondary savings, which is just a general savings that you can go into here and there.
if need be.
If need be.
But the goal is not to touch any savings.
Yeah.
We believe, especially as Christians, believers, when the Lord blesses us financially, it's important for us to give back as well.
Giving is an important part of managing your finances.
Mm-hmm.
And try to be aware of those in need. Sometimes it's your friend, it could be a stranger, it could be family, it could be an organization. And if you can, with wisdom, afford to help somebody in need, that's a blessing. It really is. So
yeah,
we had to include that in this topic.
It's also important to enjoy the fruit of your labor. You know, that's what we work hard for. We save up the money so that way we can give and also enjoy it. So don't forget to do that too. That's something that we're able to do comfortably because of how we're managing our finances.
All right, so that's it. Just some ways that we saved money, we avoided debt, and we manage our finances. Very practical knowledge. We hope it benefits you. Please give it a thumbs up, share it. We'd love if you'd subscribe to the channel because we have some previous videos that might really be good for you to check out. And we have some new things down the line that are being planned. So we'd love for you to be a part of that.
If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a comment below. If there's any other tips that you can give us on money management or anything that you're doing, let us know. We would love to hear it. Thank you so much for watching.